Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing some more Stormworks Build and Rescue. Okay, so I built this thing. It was going to be something else at some time, and now it's a boat. It's a ramp. It's a ramp. So what I want to do is drive it over to the dock. And I want to test its compatibility with the ferry. Has a remote and stuff. Let the engine spool up here. Whoa, this thing goes. So yeah, it's a mobile platform. I built a couple of these mobile platforms. I've been working on them. Just checking things out, seeing how they handle and stuff. The wheels and everything else. The rear wheels I couldn't make independent, small like the front ones. I'll try and change it. See if I can. Because the track just glitches through the ground. Does it glitch to the ground now, or does it ride on the track? I can't remember if it rides on the track. I don't think it does. Anyways, yeah, so this is just a platform. It has the wellhead on it, so I can anchor it to the ground. That's pretty much it. It drives. It's good. So it has some accessories on it. Like it has the winches and stuff. So what I need to do right now is I just need to test how it can connect with the ferry. It's got these connectors on it, so I'm hoping that can just... It can lower down onto the deck of the ferry and just connect. And then what I'll do is I'll use these winches to transfer power. It's got winches in the back, so I can connect the electricity from the port to this. Right, so we have infinite electricity, and then I can pass that through the ramp and onto the ship, so that way if the ship needs to be resupplied, right, we can resupply it. I'll do the same with fuel. Maybe I'll have another connection here for fluid, so that way, you know, it just can be kind of like... Because I have a platform that we can use with the ship, or with the aircraft, right, the shuttle. But I don't have one that we can use with the ships. So yeah, so I'm trying to build one. This is kind of like a vehicle one. And then I'll see if I can build another platform like this for the cargo ship, the container ship. Just kind of like, so the container ship comes into the port and it has... Right, this structure is anchored, and it can kind of dock into the anchored structure. I just think it's better because the bullards, right? The way the bullards work is you can run a rope to the bullards to your ship. Then the ropes will pull your ship into the dock, and as soon as your ship makes contact with the dock, it starts to explode, right? So it kind of makes ports really risky, a lot more risky and unusable, I think. So I thought, how can I make it more usable, right? So I'm going to try and design this in different sizes so it can be transported and used on the smaller islands and stuff, right? I do have a vessel set up for transporting these big platforms. It's just, it's not a barge, but it's kind of like a barge. It was a tanker ship that I converted. I do have a barge as well. Sounds, you know. Now there's not much to it. There's not a whole lot of logic on it. So this shouldn't slow down the game. Because there's no real, it has a keep active block on it and a map block. But there's no real, yeah, there isn't a whole lot of logic on it. I don't know how else to better explain that. There's nothing, just the ramp controls and that's it. Yeah, I am keen on continuing to develop these things. Like I say, I will do my best next year to, in the new year, to invest in my setup here, so I can continue to show the builds. Yeah, so we've kind of settled down now into sort of a speed rhythm. I don't know if I want to speed that up too much. We're going pretty fast now. So it's got tracks on it, right? So it's kind of like all terrain. It can go anywhere. This thing has a reverse on it. All 4 front tracks pull the vehicle, so it's front wheel drive. I was thinking I might make it all wheel drive. I'm not sure yet. It would be an interesting conversion. So yeah, so we come down to the port. It has a clearance, so I mean it can make it down these. You see it has the clearance there because of the length. It just has the clearance. Alright. So now where are we going here? Could go right through here. So let's see, let's back up. Oh, I anchored it by accident. Whoa. Yeah, it's kind of maneuverable. So it can go over the bullards, right? We can go just over top of the bullards if we need to. We'll go a little bit further. We'll go right out. Like that, let's say. That's where we're at. So clutch to 0. We can pretty well turn this thing to 0 now as well. Alright, then we can anchor it. And then we can just unlock the ramp. Press 1. Now I might have to move forward a little bit more. Right, you see where the pivot is? The pivot actually needs to be out over the water. So if I unanchor it and throttle to... Oh yeah, it's still going. Clutch to 0.1. Now we're close. We're close to the water. So, I just wanted to go like that, and then we can go right over top of the bullard. And then now, right, and I mean like we're a little crooked, so I mean like, we're crooked because we're over top of the bullard. There we go. And then what I'll do is I'll add fuel on here. And I'll add... There, that way it'll stop sliding around. I'll add fuel on here and I'll add a couple of things. And then that way it'll... what am I trying to say here? It can better resupply... the ship. Okay, so we're going to do this. And we're going to... turn that back to 0.1. I want to get it out of here so I can spawn the ship, actually. And then, of course, I'll need lights on it so I know, like, if it's in reverse and all that kind of stuff, right? So for now... Here, we'll leave this. And then what I'll do is I'll spawn in the ferry. which I've also been working on, and I've been working on the truck. I remade the truck into this massive cab over. It looks pretty sweet. Yeah, so we'll spawn that. I'll start the ferry. It can hold 3 of these cab overs on it, no problem. This thing, no problem. All right, systems. All right, so we just have to get this out and into position. Let's say we're coming in. We're at a ferry. We're coming in. I'll have to put a map block on the ferry and on the truck as well. I gotta go through that. All right. All right, so slow down. Probably go to 0 here. And we'll just hang out here for now. Then I'll obviously come over here. This would already, you know, kind of technically be in position, I guess. I hope it doesn't slide into the dock here. Oh boy. So this would kind of already be in position. Let's see. It's just to spawn that. We needed to be out of the way. So, we are in reverse still. So let's get out of reverse. Oh, let's go this way a little bit. So I can be over top of this bullard. And then a little straighter here. Did that work? No. Let's back up a little bit here. It's so big, you have to be careful because it moves so fast. Just dip, have it jump right into the harbor. All right. So then we anchor it there. Perfect. So now I have a remote control in my hand, and that remote control will control. All right. So obviously I'll need to set the ferry up a little bit. Right, this comes up. Some kind of door. And I'm not too sure how this part is gonna work. Let's put it in reverse. I just want to back up just a little bit and get into alignment, and then we'll come in just slow. The riskiest part of the whole operation. Coming in here like that. Now, the other thing I could do is I could attach those winches, maybe. I don't have any anchor points. I do back there. But I could attach those 2 winches, and then you could always like pull in the boat. I know it doesn't make sense. But we're just coming real slow. Yeah, like there, I've overshot. So now I put it in reverse. So it should start reversing. Holy, you see that? It's not easy. It's not easy. Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. So we get going forwards again. Now, if I hold out the remote... Oh, I didn't set it up inside. Alright, so... See, if it goes too... I don't want this thing colliding, right? If this ferry starts to collide with that, bad things are going to happen. Alright, so let's see if we can do this real quickly. This has to be set up to 3. Now let's get back in the helm. Yeah, so I'll put it in reverse. Now, when I pull that out, there we go. You see how it's going to go up and down? So, I need to go in reverse now. Just slightly. Wait, I should go this way. Try and straighten out here, and I'll come back. This is a lot of fun, by the way. It really is. More. I gotta come back more. You know, so I mean, if we're able to dock. There we go. Maybe that's the ticket. Docking a ferry 101. There we go. So it's down. So now what I need to do is, oh, I didn't unlock the nose there. So that unlocks the front of the ramp. And now if the ferry goes back just a little bit, we should connect. But I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. I think the connectors are actually too wide. Yeah, they should be there. So anyways, we could pick that up. Uh-oh. Whoops. Ugh. Silly, huh? That is a problem. Yeah, so I mean, it still needs, I guess, a little bit of work here. It could even be that, you know, where this is. Let's see. Instead of this ramp here, yeah, or maybe even in the middle of that ramp. Well, I'm gonna have to take both of them back to the workshop, and I'm gonna have to work on both of them now, and then reset up and then test this again. So that's gonna do it just for this quick dock test. I guess it kind of worked, but it didn't kind of work just because of the. Oh, I was so hoping. Let me see if I can. Just try and get it to work here. If I can go forwards. Enough. And now the ship is in reverse. If I can go forwards enough. Maybe that'll be enough to pull the gate backwards. I don't know. That's all I'm trying to do now. Yeah, there we go. You see that? It's enough to pull the gate backwards. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. It's difficult, but anyway. So if it could connect and dock, so I'm gonna try again. Here. We're gonna go forwards. All right, and then take that, and then it's 1. No, it's 2. Now it should be reversing. I hope we're reversing. I'll know in just a moment here. It's not gonna. It doesn't want to pull it back this time around. There we go. Before it crushes me. No! There we go. It's down. Okay, and I don't really have a way of disconnecting this truck. Yeah, see, it's down, but it's not really. It's like I should be going up a little bit. So this is where I need to like. There we go, like that. And then we have this ramp in the back here. Which, if I say 3, and then it's W and S. There. Now we're set up. Now, I mean, like, let me see if I can start this thing here. Oh, that's going to be hard. See if I can get out of here. Nope. Nope. Yeah, so you see, it's going to pull the ramp down under the water. Like when we try and drive off, it's going to pull down. So that's why I thought the best thing to do was to have these connectors here. I don't know if I can spawn this in. I don't think I can. I think the crane's in the way. So, let's see, you want to go up, right? Yeah, so that, the foot needs work, but I think, you know, if there's a connector maybe on the front of it, then once it goes down onto the surface of the ship, it'll sit there and be flat. Let's see here, let's take that back to the workbench. You know, something like this. And then it has a connector, and then that way we can release it from the ship's side. Is that gonna work? Probably need to be like that. Instead of this, I want this to be on I want this to be free swinging on a pivot, because you know the ship is going to kind of go up and down a little bit, and it just sort of adds to the whole thing, right? And then of course these winches are what holds this, and I mean the pivot's there. So like the ship is going to list, But if it's connected here, you know, it's only going to list so much because this machine is going to be, it's anchored to the structure, right? So it's not going to, you know, and so what this will do is this will allow the vehicle to drive onto the ramp. All right, well, I'll get it set up and I'll test it again, but this should allow the vehicle to drive onto the ramp. Like that. Right, so once the ship is closed, we just unlock that, and then that way, wherever, let's see, we'll save that, exit this, and then, so the ferry, it's 4, and then, oh, let me just see the size of this raptor. 4 and 3. So from there, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then be like that. And then over here, we could say, what do we have for logic node 3? Release. Release ramp. Right, and then that way the ramp will sit flat. It should sit flat. If it's connected there, it's not a super strong connection, but it should be enough. Should be enough to allow the everything to work out, hopefully. I mean, there's not much else you can do. Not much else we can do, really. I'm trying to think here. Unless we use a magnet connector. So if that is where it is, it would have to be something like that. Here, let's see. Have to be there. That might work. Then it doesn't necessarily matter where it is. Let's see. All right, cool. Why? I don't know. All right, and then if we load this, I'll just work on this here. I can't spawn it in, but that means we need the connector here. 2, 3. Would actually, unfortunately, have to stick up here. Would have to sit like that. No, that's gonna cause complications. Yeah, it's gonna have to sit like that. So it'll have to be down one. So then with these, we can do that, and then that way we can drive over top over the center of it. I think the rear wheels can get over that. So if we save that, we load that. Let me see the rear wheels on the truck. Would have to be dead center. Have to be dead center. Unless we expanded the rear wheelbase by 1. Oh, this is so many things. Let me restart the music here. So many things. 30 minutes into this one, that you know what I mean. Like you get into it, and it's just like, man, oh man, you know, what should I do? What could I do? I thought about moving these out by 1. I guess that doesn't look too bad. All right, so it has to be just for, like, it's just for safety, right? So we can get past the, so we can get past it. That's all. And then for, as far as the truck and its connection goes, what I should do is I should put a connector on the truck. I wonder where I should have it here. It's gonna kind of have to be like, it could be here, you know what? Like that. And then we could have one on the ship here. And that way, instead of releasing it from, we'll release it from inside the cab. Like that. That way we can be in the truck, we can turn it on, we can make sure everything's going, and then because we might not have a whole lot of time to get off the ship. So this is going to have to change a little bit. Yeah, so that connector will drop down into here and connect. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. So we should probably, let's see. Okay, and then we'll say 4 can be connector. 4 can be connector. The magnet toggle. That should be all right. Actually, that should be all right. And then that way, if it needs to move around and pivot a little bit, it should. And that magnet should be enough. That should be enough of a magnet on there to connect it. So the other thing I was saying is that there's some winches on there that we could use to pull in the ship. You know, I mean, now this isn't, obviously, this is just kind of a Stormworks thing, right? This isn't like, you know, how they do it. But in the event, it's what we have to work with. So that we could do that. We could either do that or we could pull it from the ship side. Let's see. No. There should be a better way. There should be a better way. Like, when the ship gets close. Yeah, when the ship gets close, we should. Let me think about this. When the ship gets close, the door is open. So the gate. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the gate there. That's kind of where we want it, where it's going to land. So, what can we do to help this thing get into alignment? Let's see here. Because it's going to be like that. We can do that to help it land. I mean, I guess that's it really. Like, unless I want to embed a winch in here, you know? Right, if I embed the winch in there, oh no. Whoo. And we put it on the bottom, maybe? You know? I can tie the ship to there as we're coming in, and then I could just use the winch to kind of guide the ship in. I don't know if that, I don't even know if that'll work, to be honest, but we can give it a try. It probably will. This structure is anchored, right? So I think it'll help. It might help guide everything. Right, so when we unlock the ramp, we're also going to turn on the magnet as well too. I think that'll be fine. The magnet will find its way to the magnet, and then it'll connect. However, that's going to look. We'll test that out. Okay, so I'm going to save this as the ramp. We'll do that, and then we'll load the ramp, and then we'll save this as the ferry, and then we'll load the ramp, and we'll see. No. Save this as the ramp. All right, and then we will get rid of this one. There we go. All right. Cool. So that's going to do it, I guess, for part one of the work, trying to get this ramp to work out. It was a good little test, kind of a rework. I am going to reset it up. And let's just reset it up and try again. Let's just reset up and try again. Unfortunately, I have to drive it from way over here. So it is a bit of a pain like that. $70,000 dock already. My goodness. And this rear gate has a tendency to not want to stay down. Let me fix that. This gate here doesn't want to stay down. I wonder if that'll probably have an effect on it, I'm sure. Don't know if that will. Alright. Save it as ramp. Spawn it in. Yeah, it still needs lights and a few other things. The fuel stuff, I'll work on that in a little bit here, the fuel. Because we're right on the dock. So we may as well have a connection to the fuel bay. Ooh, that is fast. It is just a dock after all. It's not like it's a rescue platform. It could be a rescue vessel eventually. It could take this, you know, the chassis and change it around. Could be a mobile landing pad too. Mobile helicopter base or something. That would be cool. That's coming up. That's coming up. Mobile helicopter base. Drive's nice. Yeah, I just thought like the ferries is good, but it doesn't really have much utility because it's hard to load and unload, right? And I mean, unless I want to like, so even the short ramp that I put on it is just not enough. It could go out straight. You know what I mean? But so you can only use it under certain circumstances. So I thought, okay, let's build a mobile ramp or mobile dock that we could use under varying circumstances. Now the only limit right now is I'm passing through the power to the engines is that black pipe over the front there. So I'd have to rearrange that so it comes through these things here. If I can do that, I'm not too sure how. But I'd have to figure it out. So that's the only limit on the height, right? So that's why I was thinking like this would make a good platform for a helicopter base or something like that. Make it so it can cross the ocean. Alright, so we're coming back here. Now, I'm going to try and back up here. Let's see. Oh boy, it's just... It's always the minutest of changes, right? No, don't go that way. All right. Perfect. Now we're anchored. Turn this off. Turn that off. And before I extend it, I'll see if I can spawn the ship. I should be able to. It's going to say this is in the space, but I think I'll be okay to spawn it. Oh, I didn't get the... Cool. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we'll get the ferry in position this time. Turn around. So it's going to have a door on the back as well, obviously, so you can load one way and then unload another way. Takes a lot of testing, you know, to do some of this stuff, but I think it's cool. All these, the building of the platforms and stuff. I'm having a lot of fun. Just playing around. All right, we'll zero that. So let me prepare. Ramp comes out. All right. let's see what we can do here. So this is how I was going to load ships and stuff, was this way. Right, we have a ramp that extends out, and either you bring the trucks would come out and just dump into the ships like coal and stuff. All right, so no. Four. Let's see here. So we can do that. Now, basically, all we need to do is just reverse the ship a little bit, and it should grab the connector. There it is. I don't think the magnet is on the vehicle side. Let me see it grabbed though. Magnet toggle true, connected true. All right, well there we go. So now we're connected. So now let's see if we can drive the truck off here. That's cool. Look at that. So there's the truck. No problems. Look at that. Oh, that handles so good. Ha ha ha, yeah. Like, might have to speed the truck up a little bit if it had a container on it. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. I knew it was going to get caught there just a little bit. Okay. I can move the back. I can move these two down. One. It's just to pick up the container onto here. Oh, that is incredible. Okay, now let's drive around. I'm going to turn around, and then I'll come back and drive onto the ship. Oh, that is so cool. That is the most fantastic thing ever. Yeah, this truck is just mega. Absolutely mega big. So I'll have to turn that off. I'll have to get another connector. Yeah, these rear ones can go down by one. Then it'll have the clearance. There, now we have utility with the ferries. Oh, this is so cool. And it should just come right back up. And then I'll slow down. I got the brakes on. Just slow down a little bit there. Because as you can see, we're going to be a bit tall. Oh, we'll just slide underneath it, I think. That's okay. So if I lower those by one, There we go. Look at that. Oh, that is impressive. That is impressive. And then, of course, we just have to align this. And that's it. Just like that. We're on the ship. And then we can do this. I can release the connector. And then we can pull out the remote. And then I think we're still in reverse. Let's just go really slow. Yeah, we are in reverse. Just like that, and we're off. Right, we turn around, steam away. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. That's going to do it for this Stormworks video. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm going to keep playing around, like I say. This dock just needs lights. And, you know, it needs lights and accessories and all that kind of stuff, right? But then what we can do is we can attach it here. I've got these winches with electricity, and we can attach it to our harbor facilities, right? If we need fuel, we can bring fuel out to the ship, anything else that we need. Yeah, super cool, super cool. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. If you watched this video to the very end, please consider leaving a like. Thank you so much. I'm having a lot of fun. And I will see you all in the next one. Oh, we will do this.